All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. We got a new, very difficult fight. We got two fights. One of them is, I think, a solid fight as well. The Metal Cooler Core fight. Well, the most recent Metal Cooler Core fight. And then we got BROLY. BROLY is a demon. Swamp Thing right here. He does feel like kind of the hardest fight in the game to me. Now, I don't know if I want to really just like hammer that home like, oh my god, he's the hardest fight in the game. Probably. But, I mean, we have the most variety of content we've ever really had in the game's history. I mean, I feel like this is something that might be... technically, BROLY is a 2026 fight. Don't want to keep that in mind. But, I mean, throughout 2025, there's just constant red zones and difficult stages and events. So, I do think that's pretty good, right? Now, BROLY, right? Here's the structure of the fight. It is a straight-up fight. BROLY doesn't have any crazy gimmicks or anything like that. He really does just hit hard, and then he stuns the character that he hits with his super attack. That's it. That's really all he does. But he does build up damage as he's hit. When he's max built, I believe his super attack is about 23 million, and his normals are like north of 7 million. Those are the numbers that BROLY's putting up. But it's huge compared to other fights, right? Like, at that Gohan, the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, which is a demon fight, you know, Gohan, to be fair, Gohan, you know, is critting, and he cancels dodge. But, I mean, it's like, he's not supering you for 23 million. Like, BROLY is doing at least double the damage that Gohan does. So, it's kind of like, is this too strong? Is this bad for the game? Now, my thoughts briefly, I'm a little on the fence. Like, I feel as though at this exact moment, I could probably be swayed to either side. Like, I'm a little kind of like on the fence about this. Because, yes, it's like, it's gonna, like, this is where power creep is gonna be not great. Is when, like, here, like, you know, we got this video up right here. Someone had the timestamps. Yeah, right here. Like, this is just turn 2, Super Saiyan 4, like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And then, I mean, you see this, boom, 2 million. It's just 2 million, cold-blooded 2 million damage. Right? Like, that's, I mean, this is Rainbowed Carnival LR from GDC. Like, this is just not healthy for the game. So, like, that, I think, is a huge issue. I've thought GDC power creep was kind of like the biggest problem with 2025 Dokkan, but I just use that term kind of loosely, GDC power creep, but I have, like, explained it many times, many times, that when I say GDC power creep, what I'm really talking about is the fact that they designed 6 months of characters to be good, you know, on turn 10, you know, red zones on turn 10, turn 7, turn 8, you know, shit like that. And then the GDC came and they just go, boop, actually, you got to be good turn 1. That was the issue. To be fair here, BROLY does kind of fit in line with the GDC fights, right? I think that was a major issue, was the switch up. Now, there's many characters who are, like, you know, going to struggle heavily in here. You know, characters who are very good, characters who are post-GDC, all of that. But, like, it's at least structurally in line with these GDC fights. What's also going to become a huge thing, I just saw this post right here and I felt like it was worth mentioning, attempt limits. I am someone who's pretty also in the middle on attempt limits, because, like, there is, like, some real, like, excitement. I genuinely love playing the game so much. There is real excitement when, like, I don't know. It's in this video right here, right? Where we have some of these runs where it's just like, we open up, not this one, but there was a bunch, like, we were just like lose, because it's like we're getting like triple gamma 2 rotations and shit, right? You know, we load in, we instantly lose, and then, like, there's like a little bit of like, oh, like, fear, and it gets real tight, and, you know, like, I uploaded the no item for the androids mission today, and then it's just like, in some of these moments here, it's like I'm really like, you know, like really thinking like, okay, like do I want to, yeah, like right here, do I want to use Android 17's? I have 100. So this situation, we have 100% dodge with Android 17 in slot 1, but Ultimate Gohan, I'm pretty sure dies. Yep, there it is right here. Dies to normals in slot 3, and Gamma 1 is not going to be able to take those normals either. So I actually got to go with Gohan in slot 1, and then we can't use Android 17's 100% dodge right there, and then we got to kind of like do it like this, right? Like there is like a lot of strategy that could kind of go into it, but it's like these moments right here where it's like, oh dude, I want to do videos on Gogeta and Golden Frieza, on Omega Shenron, on Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, just boom 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 boom, going down the line for all these characters. But I've only got 6 attempts per day, so like I'm nervous, like I'm tight, like what am I doing right here, right? Like I do kind of like that, but it certainly does feel bad for a lot of players. Now I will throw this in. I don't think that this fight or the missions are even really that hard if you just don't mind using items. I mean, I do think I for a long time it's like, you know, you guys do not need to hold yourself to my standards, how I play the game, right? Like if you want to use items, beat the mission, beat the event, right? The one thing I will say is if you're going to use items, I don't think it's very difficult at all. Because the Android mission, because the best characters for this fight are years old Easy A characters. I mean, Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1 are a solid character for the fight, but I mean, Gohan can take 0 damage from BROLY even as 23 million super, but he's stun locked in place, and he gets killed, crushed by the normals. The second he gets hit by the super attack, right, this triggers for the rest of the turn. So he's invincible even against the normals. But, like, you know, in one of these situations, you know, I can do this because BROLY is supering in slot 0, which he does 100% of the time, but there's no other normals. If he did 1, 2, 3 normals in slot 0 before he supered, I mean, it's GG. Like, Gohan can't go there, and then he might be killed by these normals back here. So, like, there's just a lot of, like, kind of, like, give and take to this. Let's see what people are saying here. Design philosophy of the fight is very bare bones. Yeah, but, I mean, that's good. I mean, dude, if this demon had locking or AoEs or anything like it, I mean, it would be too much. I'm kind of on the fence of if it's too much. I don't like, because they are going to set up a situation where, like, casual players are not having fun, right? Like, this is not going to be fun to like players are not going to want to jump in here with Carnival Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and have him just get blasted for 2 million, or way deeper in here. This is not a great situation for him, but I do want to show this as well. So in this run, Gogeta started out in slot 7, right? Just our rotations weren't really too good. We did win this run right here, but our rotations weren't really too good, right? I didn't really get a chance to, like, you know, have him. I brought a bunch of other GT characters, but I didn't get a chance to have him have his GT links up and stuff like that. And his own team, GT Hero, I mean, it gets buzzsawed in this fucking fight. And then look at this, look at this, look at this. This is crazy. Like, this is, so, okay, you look at the damage he's taken right here. This is with both Blue Goku dropping their support, by the way, right? Like, I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he doesn't have his big links up, but he does have 2 of this right here. Because when I was looking at this rotation, when I was getting the orbs and stuff like that, I was thinking, I was like, I must make sure that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta gets both Blue Goku support right here, or we're fucked. Because look at the damage he takes from this, right? These normals cut his ass up. That's not going to be fun. Players are not going to enjoy that. Players do not want to fucking have the new, like, you know, I've been saving for months. I go all out. I pull Carnival Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and he's getting bodied in these fights. Like, that's going to be a huge issue, I think. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to see what the Cell Max fight looks like, too. I almost feel like I don't have the most problem with this fight unless this really became the standard, as because we still do have, right, so here's the artificial life form red zone. Cellmax fight is not live. That will come either next week or during the countdown, which will be this week right here. I could see it being either. And there may be another fight coming with Cellmax too. But at minimum, we know Cellmax fight is coming. I would like to see, like, what the damage is like on the Cellmax fight, how that is structured. Because for all we know, like, that's just what they did with this fight. They didn't give BROLY toxic mechanics, but they just made him hit real. Like, he's just a straight up fight that hits really hard. It's difficult for me to go, oh my god, that's like Dokkan is being killed by the power creep when he's not rocking that shit, right? It's like these fights, like Tamagami 1, bro, like that. Let me pull Tamagami 1 up very quickly here. This is like a real demon fight, a real pit of hell, because he's sealing a character every turn, canceling dodge, drops multiple AoEs, and he stuns the character and slap. Like, this is insanity, right? Like, it's, you have no, you can't run from him, right? He's pulling you back from the corner of the bed. No running when you're fighting Tamagami 1. Like, you're just, it's multiple characters, usually can't even attack. This is crazy. BROLY is just like, it's just straight up. You're just fighting him, right? And it's like, this is where maybe I wouldn't really have so much of an issue. By the way, what's this? Neptunia games, maybe. I mean, trophies I do like. It's, you know, it's kind of the 1 month old Dokkan Fest. I think it's Android 16. Android 16, yeah. Yeah, so when I did my mission, the mission runs, I didn't even run Android 16. I wasn't even doing it. Like, no way. Not happening. Fence designed for dodge units. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't like dodge. It is what it is. I mean, a lot of it does seem to be the European players who really don't like dodge for whatever reason. But the event is designed for, dodge characters. And, I mean, yet again, I have for many, many, many months talked about how great this character is. Why is the character so great, chat? Because they do everything. They're good in every situation. And then yet again, another ridiculous fight comes around. All these category teams, they have good link sets. They have an answer for every single situation, right? And yet again, this character is right there, right? I still maintain this is I think the second best character in the game. Only number one being higher, I would say, would be Goma. That's it. It's just Goma and this character are running the game. They run every fight. They're just so crazy, right? Stage 4 of the red zone. By turn 2, he's doing a 23 million super and a 7 million normals. If it's an indication 11th there's power creep, say goodbye to most units this year. Yes. I am hoping. So I've felt this year has closely resembled 2022 Dokkan. When we went from 2022 Dokkan into 2023 Dokkan, we did not go with it. With massive power creep. They didn't introduce massive power creep during the 8th anniversary at the start of 2023. So I'm hoping we would just get more fights that would kind of like complement Tamagami 1, BROLY, the Cellmax fight. Like, you know, we could have fights that are a little bit harder, but not like the point is, like, I get it of where, okay, like the new character comes out and they want people to buy them with money. I mean, it's, you know, we do have to talk about the elephant in the room here, which is, it's a gacha game. It's, you know, it's gacha. So they're gonna try and get people to try and spend money. So, but I don't think they need to use the tactic of literally every character in the game is bad except for the new anniversary headliners. So you better summon for the anniversary headliners. Like, they don't need to go that far. I really don't think they do. If anything, I think it would probably, there would be more excitement if, like, you could use the new anniversary headliners along with the characters we've summoned for the last 6 months, right? So I do hope that they chillax with the explosive power creep. The only reason I'm kind of neutral on this fight is because BROLY doesn't have toxic mechanics. Locking, AoEs, dodge cancel, all this shit. if he did, sure, it's too much. But I mean, we really could like. It's like, dude, characters who have like notorious like weak characters or old characters can be very effective in this fight. I genuinely think STR Evolution Blue Vegeta might kind of cook up in this fight. And that's a character that most would consider probably one of the worst characters of 2025. And another character who's probably one of the worst characters of 2025, Tech Blue Kaioken Goku, I think potentially could also cook up in here. And so it's just one of those things where it's not like Bio Broly didn't drop and make the entire game worthless, because some of the worst characters of the year are effective against him. And I mean, we could even toy around. I did run him a little bit in a video earlier, but he didn't. His presence didn't really come into play. This guy, like, dude, the structure of the 5th anniversary LRs is really fucking good for this fight. So it's just, it's difficult for me to raise the red alarms when we could bring this guy and he's actually like low key pretty good in here. I think he would be pretty good, because it's kind of like, you know, the first time he shows up, 70% dodge in slot 3, right? Just, and Bio Broly, one thing about him is he doesn't attack much. So it's not like that's why like this is very clearly meant to be a dodge fight, right? Because he's not attacking very much. Many turns he doesn't attack at all in slot 3, or there's no attacks in slot 2 or something. It's pretty common. It is. So like you could, you know, run this guy, turn like slot 3, and then he comes back and he has fucking 100% dodge. And then like, oh no, 23 million super, but we can handle that. That's not really too much of a problem. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, yeah. So people, yeah, a lot of people are very upset about the Bio Broly, right? Life hard, Dokkan harder. Yeah, okay. At the end of the day, you can pop items. No item runs are mostly self-imposed. People want that challenge. If an individual can't complete, just pop the item. People are still popping items, and we're getting demolished. It would have been too much. Guys, what is the argument against that? What possible argument could you have for this? Right? Like, you know? Like, yeah, I'm doing these runs. Like, I'm always, you know, no item runs, no support memories. I mean, people have no fucking clue how good I think a lot of support memories are, man. You drop some of these fucking support memories, buffing your stats, and then, I mean, all it takes, you want to bring like a ghost? I mean, a Whis, funny enough, a Whis, for a lot of characters, probably wouldn't take away all Bio Broly's damage. It depends how much damage reduction they might have. A Whis would make them immune, right? Like, I don't know, Blue Goku would be immune to damage, right? Because he's got 60% damage reduction. You pop a Whis, it does just add together. It's additive. So he's got 100% damage reduction. Boom. Done. Like, Blue Goku cannot be hurt by Bio Broly at all. Right? So, yeah. That's the difference between 7th anniversary Red Zone, by the way, because you needed pretty much to use items to get past AoE Broly, and then you had to face the final phase with no items, right? Like that was too much. Was Red Zone 7th anniversary Red Zone Broly? Yeah, I mean, there's just really not much of a good argument against what Gino's posting right here. You know, it really isn't. Okay, DK. Now, hold on. With DKD specifically, huge villain fan and huge Omega Shenron fan. So, the fight is good for Omega Shenron, right? Again, what would make Omega Shenron struggle would be a longer fight. It could be something structured similarly to, like, the Rildo fight or the Baby fight, but harder, or with, toxic mechanics towards the end of the fight. That's the type of thing that could make Omega struggle. But, like, a short fight like this, Omega has a counter against Bio Broly. All right. Helps a lot. My favorite character in Dokkan history is one of the best for the fight. Yeah. I'm planning on doing a video for Omega very soon here. I found it exciting how it's going to play out. He could kill me on normals if he wanted. Temp limits increase the fun. Okay. It does kind of increase the fun a little bit for me too. I've explained it. Like I'm totally like with people who say no, fuck attempt limits. It provides nothing to the game because really attempt limits are just an artificial thing that Dokkan puts in to get people to spend money to buy the new characters to win the content. That's what attempt limits are, right? It's a ploy to get people to spend money in the long run. And that's why they don't mind taking away attempt limits from old content, because people don't need to spend money to beat old content anymore. So they're like, whatever, doesn't fucking matter if there's attempt limits, right? That's kind of the thing with that. This is his first attempt. Ooh, okay. Pretty good superhero team. Yeah, AJL UI Goku. Do not sleep on AJL UI, man. If dodge is a thing, like AJL UI is going to be a fucking demon in here, right? It's so easy to have his revive up. Guaranteed dodge his first turn. AJL UI is a very strong character in here. Other characters, Blues, Tech Androids, Game 1, hard counter it. Let's see. No, but the mission choice was bad. I think I do disagree. Okay. What is bad about it is the fact that the new summonable leader, like, imagine you look at this Android 16, his banner drops, and you go, oh, fuck. I mean, I better summon for this in case they drop an Android mission, right? And I got Android 16, I'll be good. And then Android 16, I mean, he is not as effective as I'd like for the BROLY fight, right? Like, he don't even need him. At no point in any of my runs was I running Android 16. I just wasn't using him, right? Just wasn't really a factor for me in terms of what I wanted to do here. Like, that's kind of the bad thing. But, here, let me start clearing us. I've got a million fucking tabs open and shit. Let's just clear all these out. Yeah, we'll leave that. We'll get rid of this. Okay. Like, these EZA characters, the Gammas and 17 and 18, like, those are the most important characters for this, or could be. STR Perfect Cell could be solid. This guy, bro, it's so funny. I recently did a tier list where I had this guy in there, and I did see some people going, what the fuck is 17 doing there? I had some knuckle fucks saying, why is 17 over baby? Well, I think we know why. It's because 17 is ridiculous, dude. 17 and Daima Piccolo are so good for banner units. Like, it just makes me sad how often banner units have just sucked ass throughout Dokkan's history when you see how great they could be, like with 17 and Daima Piccolo here. You need to use your brain for the fight. I mean, is that even true, though? It really is just deal with the super attack in slot 1. Like, that's it. I mean, people talk about the normals, but I don't know. Let me Tech Gogeta Frieza hard counter him if Frieza doesn't get killed. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the big videos I plan on doing. That Gogeta dominates this fight. That Tech Gogeta, absolutely. That should be easy. Broly does not attack much, doesn't lock. Yep. Gogeta could guarantee touch like multiple times, right? Like that first time Gogeta shows up, he is. I mean, it's the first time Gogeta shows up. This one right here, and it's so we run a superclass team. He'd be able to do it on his second turn. All this orb changing, it is so consistent for this guy to have 10 orbs and get his guaranteed dodge. It is ridiculously consistent. So it's like, you know, we could have Golden Frieza turn 1, this guy on turn 3 with 100% dodge, and then, you know, on turn 5 we could use his active and he get 100% dodge again. Like, I kind of want to run a double. Like, how strong does their team... Remember, this movie hero, movie boss team, this is a team a lot of us have said, it's not really too good. Yet it completely dominates. It destroys this fight, right? Because I imagine Carnival Tech Broly will be okay in slot 1. I imagine... Now, Wrath Broly we can use. We'll see. I do plan on utilizing him. Wrath Broly. It'll be interesting to see how it works. Broly-chan Limo is another character who could be really good for specifically this fight. It'll be scary as fuck, but we could use Harudagarn. It's fucking scary, but Harudagarn could be effective in here. This Vegeta would be very good, right? Pikkon would be ridiculously good in here, and you have them. Yeah, this team completely destroys it, right? Absolutely obliterates this fight. So hard. Yeah, I should... This needs to be my next video in there. Because we're going to do it in one try. And then I could just then focus on a different character. That's what we're going to do. And even in this video, I did kind of break glass. And I was like, all right, enough of this shit. We got to get him out. And yeah, here we go. Since it was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Showcase, I played the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta animation. Makes sense. So we get here, like, look at this. Okay. So the turn starts here. We'll go full screen. Turn starts, and Frieza sets it up. Boom. That's more than 10 orbs, easily. So then Gogeta, remember, BROLY, his normals do hit hard, but good characters could deal with his normals without struggle, right? It's not like they're fucking AoEs or anything like that. So good characters can deal with it. So Gogeta comes out, and he has 100% dodge guaranteed on where this cunt super attacks, holding him down. And then from there, we're good. So. Oh, wait, I actually didn't read the rest of this. Oh, yeah. And then he does give massive defense the rest of the rotation. That's true. Yeah, the amount of damage, like, I saw, in Future Gohan take, like, 400k in slot 1, and I said, what? Right? That's a character guarding with 90% damage reduction. Him, EGL Golden Frieza, now they are taking damage. Yeah, Fat Boo, of course. Yep, Fat Boo. I can agree with this. Attack, debuff him. Know exactly what the super is. 11th anniversary. Yeah. This is something I fully agree with. I don't want them to push way past this. It would be foolish, in my opinion, to go way past this. Because it's just... It can lower the morale of everyone when, like, these characters just get bullied, like, that are brand new Carnival LRs and stuff. Well, I mean, the blues have always been better. Their kit has just, it's, you know. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta still dominates plenty of the fights. One thing to keep in mind, man, there is so many difficult fights right now. So many relevant fights, right? Some characters do have strengths in some and weaknesses in the other. It's just that Blue Goku and Vegeta, they don't really have weaknesses, right? That's one of the points I've been making about them for months and months and months. Don't think it's too strong with the Android mission. Definitely annoying. I could certainly see how I have infected people, right? Like, I feel like a lot of people, it's not enough to beat it. They really want to get the no item run as well. Like, at the very least, I would recommend to beat it. Just beat it first, then go for your no item afterwards. That's what I'd recommend at bare minimum, right? Best leader is AGL Gamma 2, which yeah, but I mean, it took us how many runs in total? Well, I think how many runs in total did I use to do it? I think it was 12 runs we did. But it was 12 runs, but 4 runs we lost where it's like 1 dodge and we win. It happened 4 times. And then on the 5th run where we got to that point, we cracked through. So we were just getting insanely bad luck, which we have happen right here. Right? This moment happened over and over and over again. Where is it? No, I went too far. Yeah, it's going to be like right here. Yeah, look at this. So this is a moment where, like, I believe we had all active skills next turn still. If Gamma 2 dodges, I think we already used 17's guaranteed dodging. If Gamma 2, he has, I believe, an 82% chance to dodge. STR Gamma 2. Yeah, 4 attacks, he has an 82% chance to dodge. If he gets 2 82% chances to proc, we win. But, I mean, obviously, with me setting this whole thing up, we know that he does not hit the 82% chance to dodge. He eats it, and we're dead. Right. I complain about everything, but the new fights are fine. That's funny because we were looking at his attempt limits are a bad thing. Again, I'm pretty... Like, I could totally get people hating attempt limits. And considering attempt limits are also basically a tool of the devil, in that they're meant to get people to spend money. Like, I can understand people really hating them, wanting them gone. Makes sense. Refusing to use items while complaining about difficulties. So you use some items you can win easily. Yeah. I mean, so just try this. Do it first with items. Boom. Clear it. And then challenge yourself for the no item run afterwards. That's what I would recommend, right? Do that. Attempt limits ruining all the fun. Yeah, but for some crazy people like me, the attempt limits do kind of add to the fun a bit. I personally struggled. I don't think he's too strong. More annoying what he does. Category need for the mission, because not everyone would have summoned for 16. Yeah, but we don't need 16. And the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest is not completely necessary either. Like, I mean, like Gamma 2 has most of the STR Gamma 2 has most of my deaths in that event, right? As long as you have the EZA Gammas, these are must-have. You must have them, right? But these guys, on JP right now, these are 2022 summonable characters, and it's 2026. So, it's not... And this character, this is a 2021 summonable character on JP. It's not 2026, right? So, like, you use them with items, you're good. I'm not really sure what this means. I don't know who this is. Not sure. Don't know. Long as fight's winnable with items, fight isn't too strong. Okay. Yeah. That takes us back to the last fight. That's not going to be easily... Well, Festival is not easily winnable with items either, by the way. Festival of Battles. I guess, like, if you go into Festival and then you just pop a bunch of attack boosting items towards the end, it actually is pretty easy. Because then you drop some of those active skills and you're doing, 70% damage to the fusions at the end. Like, it gets ridiculous. Another person wants the temp limits removed, yeah. Normals are too strong. Are they? I don't know. I haven't really found too much of a problem with the normals. Cannot play around 6.7 million normals. So that's exactly what his normals are. It's actually a little bit less than I was thinking then. I thought it was around... Well, I mean, I guess it is around 7 million, yeah, but... I don't know. I mean, if you want to tell me the super you think hits too hard, I'm bored with that. But the normals? If it was an AoE, sure. But, again, no AoE, no locking. I think he's too strong in fights. Yes. I agree 100%. Yes. If, like, Cell Max is just the next ring of the ladder, then it's like, oh boy. Okay. Yep. Super attack always being slot 1 makes it manageable. Nowhere to put the tank to dodge exists. Not a massive fan of stat check fights like this. Yes, the Goku Black and Zamasu fight is very fun because of the chaos, and... I mean, there are no attempt limits, right? I mean, they were confident enough to drop the GDC fights, and they don't have attempt limits, and people love them. So, I mean, like, that is something I do like to see, that people are just talking about, like, how bad attempt limits are, and then they did drop an event, that GDC event, without attempt limits, and yeah, people were loving it, and they were enjoying it and playing it all the time. So that's like, putting your money where your mouth, like, people are backing up, like, what they're saying, which I do like to see. I mean, sure. Like, if they get rid of attempt limits, like, it's like whoa, W, sure. Like, it's fine with me. Some attack debuffing could be good for him. Yeah. Second, I stopped fucking around using shit teams that easily won. A lot of units are gonna have an easy time in here. Blues, Omega, Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Half the units from last year suck cock. Yeah. Oh, Omega team. Yeah. If he gets super anywhere. Yeah, Cine, I think, really likes Evolution Blue Vegeta. We don't have him pulled up anymore. So, a fight where Evolution Blue Vegeta can cook, Cine's like, yeah, it's a great fight. Oh, wait, we said this is the hardest fight, too? Damn, Evolution Blue Vegeta, he's fucking cooking. I do got to get a video out for Blue Kaioken in here and STR Evolution Blue Vegeta. We're going to do both of those videos. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Okay, little pet peeve. These fuckers, man. Me and Ito was doing this all day long today. I mean, Luke, bruh. Can you just put bio in front of it? Like, there is another relevant Red Zone Broly fight right now, because we just had the Android missions for that Broly fight. Just say Bio Broly. Bio Broly. It's the hardest boss in Dokkan history. STR Gogeta Blue takes 0 from the max super, so he's the best unit in Dokkan history. That's, that's also who we were just talking about. STR Blue Gogeta. Yeah. I could just do a video completely based around this guy. Again, I did use him a little bit, but we could do a video based on him. Okay, there's Freeze Burner. Some tough content. Yeah, tough content always is fun. Oh, Jordan. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I think Jordan... Hold on. I think Jordan had a insightful quote tweet here. Let's see what some of the quotes are saying. Omega Sweep. Yep, look, Omega. Cook. Bullshit mechanics, like healing and stun. I mean, I'm not really too pressed by the stun and the heal. Really, I'm not. Again, if we want to talk about bullshit mechanics, you look at this. This is fucking bullshit mechanics, right? Like BROLY has almost none of this besides just that stun, right? Pretty easy. Okay, so this is a super. Oh fuck yeah, there. Oh my god, both. Both of them are there. Holy shit. I mean, if you look at it, the strat is tight right here, right? Because you have UI Goku 100% dodge. On Tech UI Goku's third turn, he'll have 100% dodge. And on the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions on their second turns, you have 100% dodge. So you can see exactly what this is. I do kind of like this setup. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting little setup right there. I actually think Fat Boo might be... Yeah, Fat Boo. Yeah, there we go. Yep, that demon. That demon. You can never get rid of him, man. He's always good. One thing, since we could dodge, nullify, break. Yeah, okay, so that's one huge thing Android 16 can do, by the way. Oh, physical LR Beast Gohan will be able to potentially do this as well. They have attack breaks on their active skills. Remember, the third turn, like, physical Beast Gohan ability? Like, that has an attack break on it. Yeah, disable enemy action once. Very often, this could be BROLY's super. Not every time, but very often. Devs have zero clue what they're doing. Nothing about the fight screams fun. I mean, you say that, but, I mean, I do have a lot of fun in this fight. I have had a lot of fun in the fight. Numbers inflated far too much during GDC. Yeah, okay, sure. Especially the hybrid red zone. Event came up beginning of the year with like a 1/3 of the damage, seen a bit more favorable. People will always bitch when it's a really tough fight, though. 11th anniversary boss will remove damage reduction. We'll see. If Global was synced during the 7th anniversary, these kids would have never survived Red Zone BROLY. They would have been crying for years. Yes, I do agree that I think that if Global got the 7th anniversary at the same time, people would absolutely hate it. I think so. Not too hard, similar to Gogeta and Janemba fight from last year. Stupid amount of damage, but low HP. Mark my words, next Extreme Super Easy A will one turn him like... Oh, Buhan! Yeah, remember Super Easy A Buhan? Yeah, look at some of these characters here. STR, Hercule, Trunks, and Goten. Definitely don't want to forget they could be effective. Yeah. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Jordan, yeah, let's take a look here. So one of the major reasons I've taken a step back from Dokkan is they've entered the cycle of not allowing units to have legs under them. This is pretty true, yeah. I mean, there obviously are some exceptions, right? But a lot of characters, you know, we're now seeing things kind of accelerate very fast. I don't disagree with that. Get the initial release celebration, then they get the rug pulled as content shifts. I do think the time of the year has a large factor to do with this, unfortunately. So, like, GDC characters, probably moving forward, are going to be relatively safe, right? We now are at 6 months, and, like, you know, the best characters of the GDC, like the Blues, like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Omega, Rose, they're still really effective, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could potentially take a lot of damage, but he can trash a lot of other fights. 6 months later, they're still really good. But then you get a lot of, like, November characters, December characters. Oftentimes, they're not good for that long, right? Game is more fun when the major celebration units dominate the game the entire year. Yes, the 10th anniversary LRs, that content shift from turn 10 to turn 1 should not have happened, where those units weren't able to go the entire year, yes. First year in quite a while where the Saiyan Day Golden Week units haven't stood a test time. Yep, that's true. 23rd World Tournament Goku, Piccolo Jr., God Goku, Tech Saiyan Day, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Fat Boo. You know, those characters were dominant, like, basically until, like, a year later, like, essentially, right? And this year, that really was not the case, right? So that's true. Didn't help that Blue Kaioken was straight doogie butter. Yeah. Only gets harder when they drop Cell Max. Yeah, we gotta see this. As a former large spender, it's horrible spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on a unit, then watch the unit get blasted such a short time span. Yep, that's why I try and tell you guys a lot. Don't spend money in the game. Don't do it. 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 Get it's a gacha game, and they don't make money if units are good forever. But they need to balance. Yeah, they can balance it better. I don't think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta needs to... Well, this is Gamma 2, who just came out. But Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta doesn't need to take 1,000,000 damage. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna listen to that on my way to the gym after this. But yeah, this type of damage doesn't need to exist for people to spend on the new characters. It doesn't. I don't think they need to do that. There's a middle ground between aging out super fast, lasting forever. Yes. Yes. I agree. Like, this is legitimate positive feedback, I think. Dokkan is such a simple formula. Release units to buff teams, release hard fights, release units to beat those fights, fill out more teams, release missions. It works unless units released to build out teams cannot withstand the fights released. Want Dokkan to succeed, but I have to imagine they're driving more burnout. Yes, I have seen, yes, casual players do not like my Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta ass fucked 1 second into the fight when I just pulled him type stuff. Yes, I agree. Ton of hard fights. 7th year invalidated physical Super Saiyan 2/3 Goku. Wasn't a ton of different fights, competitive teams. Fun versus... Yeah, right now there's... That is one thing. There's just so many fights. Like, I don't think I could scroll through my Twitter. We're all good. There was one tweet in particular I wanted to pull up here. Yeah, right here. So, there's a lot of variety to the fights, and they have characters who are designed to be good and bad for certain fights. I would like to see them continue to do this, because BROLY to me is fine if, like, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, let's just use him as kind of like the point of this video. If AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is one of the best 4 characters for Red Zone Cell Max, then I feel like this BROLY fight really becomes a successful fight for this, which they did state they wanted to do, right? Which was have characters have strength and weaknesses for different fights, right? And with releasing so many... I thought that the designs for fights have been very different and pretty good overall, since a lot of them are so different. So... We'll see. I could do a follow-up video to this where I say, nope, they fucked up. BROLY is too hard. Cell Max, they fucked up. A lot of it does depend on what that Cell Max fight looks like, and then also what's going to happen with the 11th anniversary content itself, right? So, let me know what you guys think with the big boy BROLY. I have had fun at it so far, but again, they are definitely towing a very fine line.